my reaction was last night that, okay, it's probably gonna be the Lions winning the division, and it's the only team that represents the NFC North in the postseason. And then this morning, you get this news with Jefferson. I'm like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah." Because where's the run coming from? Do you trust the Packers and Jordan Love based on what we've seen? And just like every year, the injuries are already piling up for them. They didn't have Aaron Jones last night, which was a big deal. It always is when you don't have Aaron Jones. They don't have their left tackle. That's probably going to get worse. We'll see. But yeah, Minnesota, they got the Bears this week. They're a slight road favorite. That number got to 2.5. And I was sitting here thinking it doesn't matter about Jefferson, but what is the front office going to do? How are they going to approach it? Everyone believes this is the last stand for Kirk Cousins. Now you've got Justin Jefferson going on IR. They are bringing in younger pieces like Jerome Addison. They completely revamped the defense that has had their struggles. I expect them to continue to have their struggles. But Aaron, I feel like we're adding teams every day to the tank list. It's like, are we going to be at half the league at this point? Like the addition this week is, oh, the Patriots need a tank. And now we're saying, okay, now the Vikings need a tank. There's only going to be so many that are able to do this. Somebody's got to win games every Sunday.
Well, there should be enough good quarterbacks in this draft to have a handful of teams tanking. Maybe this is the year to do it. But yeah, the Vikings 1-4. They beat one of the worst teams in the NFL. It's just been a lost season. Kirk Cousins, he becomes a free agent. What are they going to do? This is just an absolute disaster. I think it's rebuilding time, right? Like this is over. This Vikings team as we know
Did
it,
it
I just think this is bad for them.
didn't Charge tell us that this summer? It's like they're
Mhm.
rebuilding without announcing that they're rebuilding. That's exactly what's happening. And the way this has fallen at the start of the season, man, he might be right, and they might be in the basement here.
I don't need to tell you guys how great Justin Jefferson is, but I'll do it anyway in my own way, I suppose. 6 in the NFL in team air yard share prior to last Sunday. Vikings relied on him a lot with a 43% team air yard share. And what makes him so dangerous, it's all the routes that he can run. He's really good at crossers, in routes, posts. The versatility is going to be really hard to replicate. And so the short term consequence is I think this is more of a TJ Hawkinson kind of offense where the throws are going to be a good bit shorter to the tight end. And he's probably the guy you want to tail when it comes to prop bets and things like that. And why the Vikings will be in contention against the Bears and why that game will be close is because I'm expecting a bit TJ Hawkinson kind of a game. But that to me is how the
Mhm.
offense is going to go. In the long term, though, would you love to see Kirk Cousins in a Jets uniform? Come on, let's go. I'd love to see that happen. Waive that no
Mhm.
trade clause and make it happen, Joe.
No.
No.
I would
What do you mean
not.
no?
No. Wait, why
No, we're
why
all
would I
revolves
love
around New
to see
York. Come
that?
on.
No.
Why
No.
not?
Yes. Every day we're gonna say, "Oh, this is the new team that Kirk Cousins." What do you have to give up to get Kirk
Mhm.
Cousins? For a Kirk Cousins rental. We always have this conversation in baseball. What do you have to
Yeah.
give up right now?
Jeez, I don't know. Good question.
Like, what are you doing with him? You're the Jets. You bring in Kirk Cousins. What are your expectations? It better be Super Bowl because I'm not giving up
Sure.
assets for a Kirk Cousins rental. You got Aaron Rodgers sitting there for next year.
But I mean, there are defensive players that the Vikings can build around, like who they are. I mean, you're not going to give up like Sauce or Quinnen, someone like that.
No,
But
no, you're giving
I
up
got to think
picks. You're
they're
giving up picks.
right. You're
How
giving
many
up
picks?
picks, and what they are.
Yeah.
I haven't really put a trade machine together to know, but still, I think it's something that you ought to look into. I mean, given the state of the Bills right now, having 2 losses already, and you're having some key injuries there. The Dolphins have a couple of injuries that we'll get into a little later. This division is still winnable to me. I don't think
Mhm.
the Jets are that far off, and they clearly have a Zach Wilson problem.
Does Jordan Addison have a chance here?
I
I
don't
Are
love
we
think
that.
so.
I'm
trailing?
not gonna lie.
No?
I'm jealous I didn't think of that myself. with Justin Jefferson now
Well,
injured.
I think it's Hawkinson's offense now. I don't think it's Addison's. Like, I actually think with Justin Jefferson, I think that helps Addison just because, like, that can
Right.
open up looks. But now I don't think so. I don't think, like, you just naturally move the workload to him. I think it goes elsewhere. However it's distributed, like, I think it goes to Hawkinson more, but even if it doesn't, like, Addison's not going to get all those looks. Like, and now defenses know, okay, well, we're going to go over the top anyway, and we're going to force Cousins to throw shallow. I don't like this for him. I really don't. I think this hurts his chances.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's going to be him and Osborne. Those are the two dudes that are going to get the looks. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of I'm expecting a lot of garbage time with Vikings games for the rest of the year. And if Addison stays healthy, I could see him racking up some numbers.
But would you win an award through garbage time? I think
Are people going to look at it that way?
Meaningful plays. I
think a lot of people just look at the numbers. I think most voters just look at the numbers. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, they look. I think they look at highlight reels, really. Like,
and
they won the game. That kind of a thing. And
what if?
I don't know.
Yeah. What if the highlight reel is Patrick Mahomes thrown to you, 75-1? Rashee Rice.
There we go. Yeah, we know.
Where did Rashee Rice go to school? Can't remember.
I don't know.
Go Mustangs!
Pretty sure he was homeschooled.
I was looking at Rashee Rice, though, Paul. His stats, 30 yards per game.
Jake, did you go to
he's
school?
really going to have to take off to be
barely.
considered.
I think he's got he's going to have to take off. He's established a decent floor. Floor. So if he takes off from if he does this all season, no. But if he continues to go up and up, 7 targets, 5 targets, 5 targets last. 5 targets or more in 4 of his 5 games. No?
Yeah, that's not enough. I don't think.
No, not right now.
This.
No.
Yeah, like what's he got to get to? What's he got to get
right.
to, you think?
Does he have to 11?
Oh, yeah, but like final stats. Does he have to get to 1,000? 1,010? If he does that, yeah.
Well, someone else gets to that, though.
Right, I'm just saying if we're going to go the Vikings route, shouldn't we just go to the garbage time versus meaningful plays, highlight reels? Like if him and Addison are putting up similar numbers, and maybe Addison's putting up better numbers, but
to get to 1,000, Rice has to average 69 yards per game rest of the way.
So, which I think is high. No,
it's but what about like he hasn't had 69 yet. He hasn't had 69 in a game yet. So now he's got to average that moving forward.
Who do you have in your World Series matchup? We're here with the Todd Father. We got to get your pick.
Oh, man. So in the beginning, I got to be honest. I said Houston would win it all. But I'm allowed to change. You know what I mean? I can see it. I didn't sign the dotted line. I said it out loud. Man alive. I'm so in between right now. I'm picking as much as I don't want to, I'm picking the Philadelphia Phillies because I'm not the biggest Philly fan, as everybody knows. But I love the guys on the team, man. I love Rob Thompson. He's awesome. He was a coach of mine with the Yankees. But Zach Wheeler, playing with him, he's just lights out, dude. They even put a ball in play until the 51st pitch of the game. That is insane right there. So I'm picking the Phillies in the National League and the American League. Oh, man.
You want to go Rangers. You want to go Rangers. I can hear when you're talking about it.
I do want to go Rangers, but I'm gonna do something different here, even though it's not out of the realm. I'm gonna say the Minnesota Twins. I just have a weird feeling about the Twins. They're playing at home here. I feel like they're gonna take these next 2 games. I do. So I'm gonna go Minnesota Twins versus the Philadelphia Phillies, and I think the Phillies will win it all.